Anime is no stranger to weird activities. They're really familiar with each other. Those two, they come as a two-in-one deal. Anime and weird, that's the dream team right there. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, the other day I was scrolling on Twitter and I came across a clip of an anime. But this was no ordinary anime. It wasn't the usual shonen action stuff I usually find on my feed. People fighting? No. People weren't getting beaten up. But something else was. It was some extraordinarily weird shit. Now when I'm talking about weird stuff in anime, I'm not including hentai. Those stuff are off the grid. Those guys, they're in their own category. So, I'm only referring to anime where the plot has a plot. And it's not getting your sister pregnant. So to simply break down the clip, it's basically two dudes out in the open, touching pee-pee, trying to drain cum out of their balls and split them on each other. In a literal sense. Just two dudes out in the Wild West handling things like real men, going shot for shot, cum for cum, blow for blow, nut for nut. It's a high noon cum shot showdown. Alright, due to copyright, I can't play the actual song in the video, so I'll just sing it instead. Oh, damn. So Ranked Jerkmate is hosting a LAN tournament. So first question I have after watching the clip is, what went wrong or right that led to this event? What exactly happened that made the two gentlemen put hands on meat? And to understand that part, we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. So this event took place in episode 48. Yeah, no, we're not going back for shit, fuck that. 47 episodes just to watch two dudes having a dick duel out in the Wild West is nasty levels of dedication. Don't think I got that in me, so we're just gonna have to go in blind. So this takes place in Sapporo, and that guy over there is Private Usami. Gonna make sure to remember that name because he's the GOAT, he's the guy who's going to be doing the dirty work, aka cum. So these two are detectives, hired here to catch a murderer on the loose. And this guy suggests they start off by asking people around town if they've seen a killer. Pretty fucking good idea. But Private Usami has other plans in mind. Being the expert and the experienced man he is in this field, he's not trying to waste time talking to some random people, asking questions, interrogating. No, fuck that. So he just whipped out his cock and started scrubbing it. And immediately after, the wiener demon started whispering things into his ears. It started giving him clues on where the killer could be. Oh wow, Jesus Christ, Usami, what the fuck are you doing? We're working on a case. I don't think it's appropriate for you to be touching your penis like that. So Usami continues with his detective activities, searching around the area looking for the murderer, all while uncontrollably touching his willy, and he finally emptied the barrel. Okay, can we just talk about how big of an orgasm he just had from touching himself while actively looking for the killer? Should we be worried about that? Dude just had the fattest orgasm known to mankind. He damn near blacked out and fell on his back. What the fuck was that about? Like at first, I thought he was just doing it for the sake of catching the killer. But after seeing that level of pleasure he just achieved, I'm starting to think he's just doing it for the love of the sport. Then Usami crawls under the fence of someone's house and bang, he found a crucial piece of the puzzle. So he tells the other guy to come over and reveals that he found the killer's semen. Now this is some fucked up place, to have a killer not only kill people but also brutally masturbate while decapitating his victims. I suggest you move to a new place. So the reason why Usami was just going at it unapologetically, going super speed, jerking it like there's no tomorrow, like this is the last time he's ever going to touch his worm, is because he's thinking like the killer. He's trying to figure out if he's the killer, where would he do the deed? Which ultimately led him to finding the killer's traces. Okay, but it's really interesting how his brain works like that. How did he just go from, we're here to solve a murder case, to, the killer's gonna be touching himself and busting a fat one in that corner? Where the fuck is the connection in that? Dude just jumped from fucking point A to Z. But hey, I mean he's solving the case. As long as the job gets done, the job gets done. Okay, after finding out that the killer has closed deals here using Usami's magic brain, we're not finished. The trick's just getting started. Usami still hasn't revealed all his cards, and this next one is the big one. It's the trump card. He starts tapping the semen with his raw fingers, and he starts sniffing that bitch, and he goes, ah yes, the killer ejaculates every 2 days, and the semen is 2 days old, meaning the killer was here 2 days ago, so that means he should be coming back here today. I'm sorry, what the fuck? No, don't just drop that like it's a normal profession, like it's a normal job normal people have, like, oh hi, I heard you were dealing with a murderer who's been ejaculating in your backyard and has been making the grass really wet and sticky. Awesome, I'm just the guy you're looking for. Hi, I'm a sperm detective. Nice to meet you. That's jail time. But Usami's not done. He got it back up hard and quick and got right back to business. He says that if he does it for a second time, he can find out their age, height, house address, their mother's phone number, all that. You name it, he got it right there, in his fucking balls. But as Usami turns to dark corner, his eyes fixed ahead, a shadowy figure suddenly emerges from the fog, one that completely caught him by surprise, stopping him in his tracks. And that thing is rapidly moving in the mist. Chills were sent down Usami's spine, but he was quickly reminded of what his sensei, Master Spermspurt, taught him. So immediately he got into his fighting stance, hand on penis, and he starts moving it at a moderate speed. Alright, so right off the bat, you can immediately tell that this guy has been in these situations before. Much like Squid Game Man, he's played these games before. He saw the guy and almost instantly, bang, at the snap of a finger, he got right into his stance, knees bent. He's ready for action. Solid play. And his stroke game is also looking very solid, very good SPM. Almost perfect stroke per minute actually, not going too fast or too slow, just at a comfortable speed and pace, just making sure it's loading up the barrel, but also at the same time making sure that the bullet is not completely at the very base or at the very tippity top, at the very tip of the rifle. Just keeping that bitch right in the middle. Very solid shit, I like to see that. Now, unfortunately for his opponent, I can't analyze his stats too much because his arm is camouflaged against his shirt, so yeah, I can't pick up on his stroke pattern, so there's really no telling how strong this guy truly is, whether he's a highly skilled pro player or simply a rookie. So we're just gonna have to check out his performance in a real game. So Usami immediately takes the first shot, firing out a bunch of those. This is fucking diabolical. But unfortunately for Usami, it's not gonna be that easy. His opponent is a fucking gamer, so he just rolls his way out of there, dodging every single last drop of his sperm. Then he quickly counters with a shot of his own, going straight towards the forehead of Usami. But he fucking backflips that bitch, dodges every single last drop of it. Clean move, my dick got a little tougher watching that, I cannot lie. Meanwhile, the other guy watching this entire thing is like, what in the ballsack is going on? We must be living in a goddamn simulation, maybe an anime. He's gaining consciousness, but he quickly slaps those thoughts away and focuses on catching the killer. So he chases after him, starts firing him down, but all his shots are really just hitting his demons. Then the two split up, and the next thing you know, the killer has spawned in a horse. The guy runs at Usami, knocks him over. Oh no, the killer's gonna make us escape. Nope, don't even sweat it. Mr. with the gun over here comes over. God damn it. Who allowed this man to hold onto a gun? He might as well be holding onto his cock too. Jesus Christ, he's not hitting shit. Then he throws away his gun. And first time seeing this, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm about to lose my shit here. Not only is he missing, but he's also throwing away the only weapon he has to stand a chance against this evil entity. But he actually threw it away because, if you count how many times he shot, he actually shot a total of 6 times. Here, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bang, 6 warning shots. So he threw it away. It's out of ammo. Very clean detail. And the guy's actually really fast, so he somehow catches up to the horse, grabs onto the guy, climbs up the horse, pulls out another gun. Gun to the back of his head. The guy's absolutely defenseless. Checkmate. GG. Time to exorcise the demon. However, he was distracted and mesmerized by the size of the guy's shaft, resulting in him hesitating and not pulling the trigger, and in the end he was the one who got shot right to the face by some nasty stuff. Some nasty balls juice. But yeah, that is it. At the end of the day, the killer escaped, and he also killed 2 women while he's at it. So, the detectives aren't doing a really good job, I have to say. I mean, he was right there. We had him by the tip. All we had to do was aim and shoot. All we had to do. Except all we did was shoot without aiming and aiming without shooting. And I don't know why, the guy who's not Usami, the guy who's not jerking off, why does he have 2 guns while Usami has none? He might as well just hand one over to Usami. I mean, he's only using one anyway. And call me crazy, but Usami is probably better off carrying a gun instead of him trying to bust a fat one on the guy's face. Like, what even is the nut supposed to do to him exactly? Does he have some forbidden godly nut juice that will simply one-tap his opponent on hit? Didn't think so, because his opponent, who's on the same skill level as him, did end up giving a facial to one of the detectives, and is perfectly fine. Well, mentally, not so much. Physically, he's fucking chillin'. But yeah, Usami better carry a gun around, cause like he's pretty cool and all, he can fiddle with the knob and find some real valuable information on his target. However, that doesn't really seal the deal. He's still missing that firepower, he's missing that heavy damage to take down his opponent. And as for the killer, I don't think he was ever caught, because at the end of the episode, he's not there. But there is one more episode after this, I'm not watching it, but if anyone already watched it and would like to let me and some other people know if the dude was caught or not, then that would be great. But yeah, alright, that's it. Goodbye.